are magnificent.
Good morning, Colonel, sir. Fine bright today. I hear down at the village, prices is picking up, and it's a big year for cotton.
And heroic, a charismatic superstar who leapt on the screen. Men wanted to be like him and women wanted to be with him. But in real life, he was complicated, longing for recognition as both an actor and writer. Devilishly handsome and charming, he was a risk-taker who flouted society's conventions and inevitably landed in trouble. For him, life was a series of adventures. Making movies was one of them.
Fred, I'm frightened. What kind of a place is this?
It's probably some kind of hunting lodge for rich weirdos.
Well, this is Colonel Braxton Beauregard Burlique the Fifth, adventurer, treasure hunter, swashbuckler extraordinaire, at your service, madam. Well, today's talk is going to be on this, and it's been percolating for a few months now, or I should say a few weeks, this controversy over the Bud Light with this little goofy bastard, this Dylan Mulvaney, who I understand was a failed actor. The only part he could probably qualify for would be to play the Gimp in if they were going to make the Pulp Fiction over again. But I thought I'd do a little piece on this. You know, I got my call on the red phone. My friends want me to cover this. They've been after me for weeks to do something on this here situation, and I thought, well, I better respond. So here, we're going to bring up this original, and there I understand there were several ads, but this is the original ad that...
Here are the top three dirty self-defense
we don't want to... Look, I can't believe they're advertised. I want to be on that ad. Okay.
It has something to do with sports, and I'm not sure exactly which sport, but either way, it's a cause to celebrate. This month, I celebrated my day 365 of womanhood, and Bud Light sent me possibly the best gift ever, a can with my face on it. Check out my Instagram story to see how you can enjoy.
Look, isn't that ridiculous? They're trying, and their marketing manager in an interview said that, you know, they wanted to expand, be, inclusive and expand their base of customers. So they decided to go for these people like this character, which incidentally, I think he was probably, like that anyway. But now he came on to the grifting idea that he's going to be woke and he's going to give them what they all want. So as you can see, he does himself up like Audrey Hepburn in Breakfast at Tiffany's. You remember? Sure, you remember that film. She's outside, it's early morning, a cab drops her off, and you hear Moon River, blah, 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 blah. And Audrey Hepburn, she's having a coffee and a bagel, and she's looking in the showroom window at Tiffany's. And this character, he thinks he thinks he's some sort of Audrey Hepburn, and unfortunately, Bud Light, they're going all whole hog with this, and then all of a sudden there's been an enormous backlash, and now they're kind of backpedaling. Well, that we didn't know that ad was going to be on. We had no idea it was this marketing manager, and sort of like those Nazis in World War II. They're saying they didn't know what was going on when we know damn well they did. And they ordered it. It's crazy, these people. They instead of catering to their audience, they decide they're going to, like the tail wagging the dog. They're going to tell you the way not only what you like, but your lifestyle, and that you ought to be like this, and what's next? They're going to expect you to if you're a real man's man, that they want you to date this little fruity tooty, but who certainly is no Judy. But let me just finish that here.
March Madness with Bud Light and maybe win some money.
Listen to that weird voice.
Love ya. Cheers.
Oh boy.
Go team. Whatever team you love, I love too.
Oh yes,
Okay.
of course you do. As long as
Love ya.
you're
Okay.
in the locker room, I'm sure. But they it's been a complete clusterfuck for Bud Light. They respond, and today I won't even show the Today Show. They're very slanted in their coverage, but the bottom line is this. And then look, Audrey Hepburn. It's like at the Grammy look. I mean, what a weirdo. And I don't give a goddiddly damn if somebody doesn't like my opinion. You don't seem to give a goddamn about anybody but yourself, you freaks. But anyway, their numbers have gone down tremendously at Bud Light. But the thing is, they're not repudiating their position. They're saying, well, they're showing like America, the ads they used to use, and they're not really denouncing any of their actions. So the boycott, I would imagine, would continue. And I never was much of a beer drinker myself. As you can see, I'm more on the hard liquor. That stuff there, I had one person describe that Bud Light, that it was just cat piss. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know if this fella had drunk some cat piss. He'd know that, but maybe he was going by the smell. But those beer, unless it's some sort of German, special Oktoberfest style, real expertise brewmaster stuff, I never really, was interested in beer. There's a lot of mini breweries around, and microbreweries, I believe they call them. And, I understand they've got some different flavors and blends that are pretty good. But like I said, if you're a drinker, you might as well drink the hard stuff like myself. That's what I do. I'm a whiskey bourbon man myself, and sometimes I have something different. Like there, I got that little Puerto Rican rum there, and it's not bad taste. Let me hear. Yeah, that's got a nice little kick to it. I had this gal. One time I had this gal from Latvia here, and she was a real hardcore drinker, but then she started getting unruly and drunk all the time, and had to get rid of her. But that's a story for another time. But I would encourage everybody not to drink Bud Light. Don't buy any Anheuser-Busch products. I understand the company was actually sold to some European concern, a big conglomerate, and they think they can make the have the tail wag the dog. Oh, we lost our picture here. And, they're deciding they're going to dictate the tastes of the American beer drinker. And, well, that never works out. The customer is the one who's going to decide what's going on. And you turn your back on the majority of your market, that's just very piss-poor business model there. So, anyway, that was just my 2 cents on that. I think the boycott will continue. No man's man is ever going to want to be drinking a Anheuser-Busch Bud thing, product. What the hell? What happened to the Bud man? And then they had the horses, those big horses. What the hell do they call them? I forget the name. And I'm a horseman. The Clydesdales, of course. I'm more into the trotting horses, race horses. The Clydesdales. But Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch is just kind of shitting and pissing all over the old traditional American values. So what I say is the hell with them, and don't ever buy their product. They're going to be the next Schlitz beer. And let's hope so. So I'm never going to buy any of their products, and frankly I never did before, but I wouldn't anyway, even if they did sell some hard liquors. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents worth on that. And so this is Colonel Braxton Beauregard Burlique the Fifth, adventurer, treasure hunter, swashbuckler extraordinaire, at your service, madam, signing off.